We need to find more flexible identities going forward in the world. But I think if any society can do this, Korea could do it. Like, Korea is so kind of open in a way that fascinates me. Give my favorite example, Blackpink. When you invented K-pop, you realized you needed a global model. So they put this lady from Thailand in the band. And K-pop is sort of becomes inclusive. Koreans get other people. They get what they like and what they want. That's somehow something very exciting about this country. And I think it's something that you can leverage to do that. So what I wanted to do, now was just talk a little bit about the future of inclusive institutions. If you looked at the long 20th century, you could say, wow, the world became, or the short 20th century, from the end of the First World War to the collapse of the Soviet Union, there was enormous improvements in inclusion. There was enormous spread of democracy. The world prospered. Poverty fell. But I think the problems we have now are because the world is changing. The world's changed dramatically. The world changes, technology changing. Under our feet, day by day, technology is changing. Society's involved. And institutions have to adapt to that environment, even inclusive institutions. Inclusive institutions is not just setting some system up and then admiring how beautiful it is. No, things have to change. They have to adapt. That's the way to view the crisis we're in at the moment. The crisis we're in now, which I think is a sort of crisis which has more or less been caused by the United States, you could say, comes from a failure of US institutions to adapt to change. That would be the way I would think about it. And there's one picture that really drives home what I mean, which is the following graph. Average real wages broken down by educational attainment. The real wages of somebody who did not go to university, and that's the majority of people in the United States, by the way, are substantially lower than they were in the early 1970s. The United States economy has grown dramatically in the last 50 years, but if you don't have a college education, you're actually worse off than you were 50 years ago. Okay, that's just an astonishing fact. Now, of course, if you're educated and if you have post-college, master's degree, MBA degree, whatever, PhD, like me, you're way better off. You're enormously better off. So there has been this prosperity, but it's been very unequally shared in the United States.